here at Gowan Stadium in our first semifinal, the NJCAA playoffs. Hutchinson and Coffeyville scored on their first drive, and no points since. Quick toss to the outside, and a good move out past the 30. 7 yards on the first down play. Pitch and catch to Micah Woods.
And really in this game, Hutchinson getting some of their other receivers more involved, right? Benson maybe being used more as a decoy right now as they're looking for Woods, looking for Bussey, getting some other guys involved.
Well, everybody knows that all eyes are on Malik Benson. He has not been a huge factor to this point here today. 2 grabs in the first quarter for Hutch. 2nd and 3. Another quick toss to the outside as Woods makes the catch again. And that one goes for 4 yards, and that's enough to move the sticks.
Yeah, Coffeyville right now on the outside, they are really committed to not getting beat deep. They're really terrified of getting up a big play, so you're seeing 5, 6, 7-yard cushions on the outside. And right now, Hutchinson is just taking those easy pitch and catch plays to move the chains there. If you're going to give up 5, 6 easy free yards to the receivers, they're just going to take those hitch plays every time.
Kedzior bounces it outside to the 42-yard line. And tackled there by Coffeyville's Amir Renwick. And that time, the edge of the defense getting sucked in a little bit, and Kedzior made him pay with a first down gain of 6.
Yeah, and Tiller came off the edge with a blitz there, but he kind of overran the play and didn't really disrupt anything at all there, and Kedzior just takes it to the outside, and again, another nice run.
Kedzior comes out of the game here, and he's breathing kind of heavy and limping a little as he goes to the sideline. He's come on and off a few times more than we're used to seeing so far here today.
Remember, he has missed some time this season with some injuries.
Ed Williams, the third, across the 50. And Williams inside the Coffeyville 40-yard line. Amir Renwick the stop once again. Just like that, it's next man up. Ed Williams comes in and rips off a big one.
Yeah, and again, the offensive line for Hutchinson, that time doing a great job, the pulling guards and the pulling tackle, getting out in space quickly, finding your guy, and just taking him out of the play, and that allowed Williams to have a lot of room for a big run.
And Ed Williams III has not been used all that much for Hutchinson this year. He's been used from time to time. But having a big game in this first half today, in a game where they've needed him with Kedzior in and out. 3 receivers on 1st and 10 from the 39. Williams again pushes behind his offensive lineman, reverses field to the 20. Williams inside the 15. And finally, Renwick got him there. And Ed Williams III racking up the yards on this drive.
Yeah, that time he was just hiding behind his big offensive line, right? Kind of everybody shifted one way, and Williams was right behind him and hiding, and then at the last second he shot out the other direction, and everybody from Coffeyville had committed the other direction, and so that allowed Williams to find a big hole, and Kedzior comes back into the game for Hutchinson, and he's a guy you want in there if you're Hutchinson in the red zone because he's got that big, powerful body that you can use to just as a battering ram to try to score here in the red zone.
Last time Hutch was down here, they missed a field goal, which has not been a huge problem for him. Special teams have been solid all season long. That's why we're tied at 7. Kedzior inside the 10. And they drop him from behind. Griffin Lampton, second-string defensive end, on the tackle near the 8-yard line.
Yeah, and Coffeyville trying to rotate on that D-line because they've really have struggled on the D-line to get a lot of push in the run game. It's been the Hutchinson offensive line that's kind of been controlling the line of scrimmage, and that's reflected in the fact that Kedzior and Williams have had so much room to run, especially on this drive.
Coach Jeff Leiker told us before the game that he expects to use as many as 9 defensive linemen in this game today. 2nd and 5. Leibel toward the end zone, incomplete, and maybe some miscommunication as he threw it in between a couple receivers, and it brings up 3rd down, but there's a penalty marker down behind the play.
Yeah, it looked like just the timing was off there where the receiver had not quite gotten his head around before that pass.
Holding, number 69, offense, 10-yard penalty from the previous spot, replay 2nd down.
It's Brandon Hall, the left guard, who has had a knee injury most of the season, And he has battled that all year long, couple of FCS offers, and that backs Hutch up for a second down and long.
Yeah, and more miscues in the red zone for Hutchinson that we saw for Hutchinson in the past couple of red zone trips, but also Coffey's had some trouble in the red zone as well. So both teams they've had miscues on throughout the whole field, but those miscues are really magnified when you're in the red zone.
7th penalty against the Blue Dragons in this first half.
This drive's taking a lot of time off the clock, though, as well.
Kedzior, no room to go. Ball popped free at the end, but Kedzior stopped near the line of scrimmage. Griffin Lampton, the bounce back from Vanderbilt, was in the area, and he was right next to Jabari Tiller, who made that stop. He was on his ankles.
Yeah, they get a couple guys in there and wrap up Kedzior that time, and when you get 2 or 3 guys on him, they're able to bring him down in the backfield. And now Hutchinson's in a tough spot here. 3rd and 16. You might want to just try to center this ball for a field goal or put it where your kicker likes it.
Leibel, pocket collapses. Leibel goes down. And a sack for Griffin Lampton, who's had his fingerprints all over that series for Coffeyville, and they force another Blue Dragon field goal try.
Yeah, for Leibel, that play, they had a long developing play on there, a little pump fake, and he just didn't have enough time to really utilize that pump fake and look downfield as the pressure got to him quickly. And the pass rush for Coffeyville has not really had an opportunity to get after the quarterback today, in large part because they've been working that intermediate short passing game so much, but that time they're able to pin their ears back and they get home for the sack.
Seagraves from 39. It's hooking, but it's good. And this time it sneaks inside the left upright. Hutchinson takes the lead with just under 2 minutes left in the first half. 10-7 on ESPN+.